today's video, we're going to see how we can create a game screen effect and make it look as if we're choosing different effects for our game character. Just like you've seen on games, we're going to be placing some options on the screen and then going over them with our mouse. We can then see a preview of our character and then proceed to go with that certain style. This effect is pretty easy to do, so now let's jump into Filmora and see how we got this effect. First, we need a background for this effect, so in the effects menu, type in background, and we have a lot of options to choose from. I will go with this one. Since I want this to have a gameplay effect, I will go for something bright and neon like this. Choose the one you want and then drag it onto your timeline along with your green screen. Now it's time to separate the green from our green screen video. Select the footage, head over to chroma key, choose a random color, and then we can just grab the eyedropper tool to select the exact shade of green that our video has. Once you're done, scroll down and we're going to choose and check this option for alpha channel. This is exactly what you need to see. If you're not seeing this, then you need to work with your the sliders. I also trimmed the excess of my video. Now we're going to animate the position of our dancer. Double click on the video, head over to animation, and we're basically going to create a keyframe in the current position, move it forward, and that way we're going to have our dancer at the center for a little while. Move in a few frames and then use the position X, move it towards the left, and that way we're creating a room for the effects that we're going to display right here. Hit OK once you're finished. Now we're going to need an opening overlay for our game. Just go to the effects menu, gaming topic, and then choose an overlay for your opening scene. I will choose this one. Download it and place it right above your green screen video. I'm just gonna make the size a little less, move my green screen video towards the right, and then match the duration. So now we get an opening scene before our character gets to try on different effects. Now we're going to need a text for our opening scene. In the titles menu, scroll down to either the metaverse section or the gaming section. Look for something robotic. This is going to match with the overlay that I've chosen. You can of course choose any other title. Download it and place it underneath your overlay, then double click to change the text. I will choose something relevant to my video. We can also change the color by scrolling down and changing the text color. Yellow will do nicely for my effect. Hit OK once you're finished. And now let's add a transition at the start of our overlay. Go to the gaming section and I'm going to look for something that's glitchy so that it sets in with the environment that we're creating. Place it in between the green screen and the overlay as well as the top effect. And now I'm just going to create an animation at the start of our green screen. So instead of it just moving from center to the left, I'm also going to add a keyframe and then move it downwards so it shows up from below and then it goes to the side. So the green screen video shows up like this and then she dances towards the left. Now we're going to bring in the screens that have the effects on them. So go to media, sample color, then choose a color that you want as a background to your effects. I will go with white. Double click the white sample color, go to mask and add a rectangular mask. Then create a square shape using the bars at the sides and then increase the radius so that we get rounded edges. Then readjust the scale. We want 4 of these, so make sure that the size is suitable and that the 4 do not overlap. It helps to lock the first track and then we're just going to change the position, but instead of grabbing it in the preview panel, try to only use the position X and Y, and that way we can make sure that they're in one straight line. Now we're going to add an entrance animation for all of these boxes. I will choose this one. You can choose any other one that you want. Now we're going to offset them so that the boxes show one by one. Now let's grab all of these tracks up 4 times. Now change the position of these white boxes and move them underneath your green screen video. This is going to make the effect a lot cleaner. And now we're going to bring in the effects that we're going to display on the white boxes. Before that, I'm just increasing the length of all the other tracks. So that counts for the green screen and the white boxes. And now we're going to choose the effects first from the AR sticker section, and then we're going to choose elements that represent them. I will choose this effect for my first look. She's going to have a rose in between her lips. Then drag it right above the green screen video, make it last for a while, and then go ahead and choose your second AR sticker. So I chose this mage hat for my second look. Look for 2 other effects as well. Now I have 4 AR stickers. What we need right now is a sticker that is going to represent these effects. So go to Stock Media, Giphy Stickers, and then type in the effect. You can lock the track right here so you don't accidentally move them. And I chose the rose because the first effect is a rose. Change the position and place it on your first box. Now because these stickers are animated, we can't have them moving all the time. So what we're going to do is create a freeze frame of each of these stickers and only have the animation going when we click on that effect. This can also make the effects last longer. So let's grab each of the effects and copy them onto the other side by holding down Ctrl+C and then Ctrl+V. Then right click, go to Speed, add freeze frame. Now we can make them last as much as we want, and we're just going to place it underneath the animated effects. Match it with the white box. So now when she has this rose AR sticker, we also have a rose in the first white box. Do this for all the other effects. Finally, we're going to need a mouse click, so grab an element and then we can just make it look as if we're clicking on each of these effects. In the same stock media page, type in click and then we're going to bring it in, add a freeze frame so we don't get the animation all the time. Resize the duration and then bring it right above all the other previous tracks. Match the duration, add a keyframe in line with each of those effects. So we're going to first make it come from below. Use position Y to move it completely out of frame. Then we're going to change the size of this effect, scale it down to about 40%. Move in a few frames, and then we're going to bring it up as soon as the first effect shows up. So bring it up, but right above the rose box, so it looks like we're clicking the rose effect first. And then move in a few frames until you're getting the second effect. A few frames before the second effect, add a keyframe, and then we're going to move this mouse sticker towards the second effect. So for us, that's the mage hat. Change the position, and now do this for all the other effects. I'm just going to tie everything up with a filter that will be going above all the other tracks. Choose this one, extend the length, and now we're finished. Now you can give your game characters a lot more options to work with, and of course we can let them try them on before moving forward. Let's work together and create the same style.